What up, College Baseball Central fans? I just wanted to pop on the Twitter and YouTube quickly, just break down some of the key Championship Sunday games. We made it. It is Championship Sunday. You're going to see some of the best uniform combos today, as teams usually save some of their jerseys for championship games. For example, the LSU Golds. We will not see those today, but the Tulane Green Wave, they will be rocking their sky blue Sluggerbird jerseys today. They are going blue and white today. I already confirmed that with Coach Jay Ullman. So if you want to peek over to that game, you can see the one of the best, probably my favorite college baseball jerseys ever. But yeah, I wanted to pop on, talk about some games that might have implications, as we do have two stolen bids. I mentioned one already in the AAC with Tulane and ECU, and another one now not being confirmed. We know it is in the CUSA, as Jacksonville State sweeps the doubleheader against Dallas Baptist yesterday and forces a stolen bid in the CUSA. Dallas Baptist will be in the national tournament, and now it is down to Western Kentucky, and we're Jacksonville State. If Jacksonville State gets this CUSA bid, it is a full-blown stolen bid. If Western Kentucky takes care of business and gets that auto bid, I don't think it's a full-blown stolen bid, as Western Kentucky was on the bubble a lot this week. I think it just helped their case to give them a decent seed as they lock down that auto bid. Jacksonville State coming into this week, they've been phenomenal. Besides that one game earlier in the week against Dallas Baptist, pitching has been good this week, and hitting. The bats have been hot. They smoke 11-7 Dallas Baptist yesterday, and then pitching comes back, shuts them down 5-3 yesterday in Game 2 of the doubleheader. They get a good matchup in Western Kentucky. Western Kentucky, it has only played in 3 games this week. They beat New Mexico State and FIU via the walk-off. They have been a little sweaty team to watch. If you've watched Western Kentucky, you're a little confused. You're like, how the heck is this team like really good? It's the late game heroes that come up for the Western Kentucky team. Yesterday, they did take care of Kennesaw State. Kennesaw State does not force that if necessary game. So Western Kentucky does have the upper hand here with saving some pitching arms. And yeah, they get a very good matchup in Jacksonville State today. That game is at 2 p.m. I don't know if anyone from CBC will be there, but I know where I will be. I will be in Clearwater. I am in Clearwater. I will be at one of our 3 stolen bid games, as I was at the game yesterday between Tulane and UTSA I was at Tulane UTSA, as Tulane upsets UTSA for the second time this week, third time all season. They win the season series actually 3-2. Tulane will look to three-peat today. That was the storyline coming in, how Jay Ullman has been undefeated in Clearwater, how he seems to have figured out Clearwater. His hitting, this Tulane's hitting and pitching has just turned on. The hitting has been great all year, but the pitching has been inconsistent. And they faced off with the East Carolina Pirates. It's weird saying East Carolina and stolen bid in the same sentence, because this is an ECU team that has been to 7 straight tournaments. They've hosted a bunch. We're talking about a team that's usually in the top 25. A little bit of a down year this year. I wouldn't say it's a down year. I think they have a lot of fresh guys, a lot of freshmen, a lot of new arms. Kind of reminds me of that 2017 team. You have guys like Jacob Pruitt, Ethan Young. Ethan Young is literally, I'm not going to compare him to Jake Agnos in 2017, but Agnos was a freshman this year, and Young is still a young pitcher with his ECU squad. I will compare Jake Agnos to Ethan Norby, though. Jake Agnos and Ethan Norby are very, very good pitchers for the ECU squad. Ethan Norby will most likely throw today. He only threw an inning and 2/3 yesterday, but I think he will throw today in this win-or-go-home game, as Tulane and ECU will probably not be in the talks to get in that large bid. So the winner here will most likely, not most likely, they will get a trip to the NCAA tournament. Our third stolen bid, this isn't really a stolen bid yet, but it has the possibility of being a stolen bid. The stolen bid I am talking about is the Big Ten. The Big Ten, we have seen Nebraska turn it on. Nebraska, they went 2-0 in pool play. They play the first day, and then they don't play for 3 days straight. They take down Michigan State in extra innings. They get the next 2 days or next 3 days off because of weather and their schedule. Instead, they have to play the number 1 seed Oregon Ducks. And if they win, they have to turn right around in a couple hours and play Penn State in a semifinal game. They take care of business. They upset Oregon 7-3, and then they take care of business against Penn State to force the championship game against UCLA. Obviously, if UCLA wins, it's not a stolen bid because UCLA is a top 25 team. They're top 20 or top 15 RPI team. Nebraska, on the other hand, their RPI is 55. This is a possible stolen bid. If Nebraska wins this game and takes care of business, that will probably kick a team on the bubble out. They are on the bubble actually in some aspects, but I don't think with how some things have fallen, I don't think they will get a spot if they lose today. Some teams to watch though, if we do see some bubbles go the right way, and for example, if Western Kentucky wins, if UCLA wins, you go right back to Cal Poly. Cal Poly in the Big West. They're playing for auto bid today as they ruled UC Irvine last night, 15-5. Cal Poly's now a top 30 RPI team. They force the if necessary game against UC Irvine tonight. If they take the auto bid from UC Irvine becomes an at-large team. But Cal Poly, on the other hand, Cal Poly, they're a top 30 RPI team. Their resume is very strong. They've turned it on the second half of the year. I would not be shocked, win or lose today, to see Cal Poly in the tournament now. Some bracketology for you, some teams that we could see possibly get kicked out of the bubble today, pending on wins and losses: Kentucky, UConn, and especially Troy. Skylar Meade, their head coach, made a plea yesterday after their loss to Southern Miss, saying that this team deserves to be in the in the tournament. Do I agree with that? Do I disagree with that? I'm not gonna. I don't. It's a half argument because Troy has been good this year, but as of recently, they have not. They get swept by Southern Miss. They go 1-2 in the Sun Belt tournament. You lose to Southern Miss again. I don't think Troy will make the tournament. If I do, I'd be pleasantly shocked, actually. Kentucky, on the other hand, obviously being an SEC team, they reached that 30 win mark this year. They did not have a strong showing in the SEC tournament, going one and done, losing that game to Oklahoma in the opening round. They're 13-7. They reached that magical 13 number. I don't think they are going to make it with just how their record is. 29-14, 36 RPI. If some things do fall their way, maybe. But I think we can see some stuff go the other way and they possibly miss out on the tournament. Some other teams to watch out for if bubbles get bursted today: Virginia, Southeastern Louisiana, Xavier, and Notre Dame. Southeastern Louisiana is probably the biggest name right here because their athletic director is the head of the committee this year. When they do talk about their team, he does have to step out of the room, but we have seen in different sports, in different in years past with Florida, UNC, where they've had down years in some sports, but hey, they have their athletic director on the board. So maybe we can give them a sneak in. I don't think we will see Southeastern Louisiana sneaking in. I think their athletic director, who is their former baseball coach, will just kind of wear this on the sleeve, saying, hey, we did have a good year, but we don't deserve it. We went 1-2 in our conference tournament. We could have done more damage, but we didn't. We didn't take care of our job. Notre Dame's also name of interest here. They lose out on Boston College in the first round in extra innings. Boston College kind of went on a nice run in the ACC championship. They will probably miss out after losing that first game and kind of cooling off in the tournament. Another team, I just mentioned it, Virginia. This will probably be the first time ever that the number 1 and number 2 preseason poll members do not make it into the NCAA tournament, as Texas A&M will probably not make the tournament. I don't think they'll make the tournament. They don't deserve to make the tournament. If they do make the tournament, I don't know what to say then, but I don't think this A&M team deserves to be in the tournament. You lose to a team that was 0-24 coming into your place. You needed to sweep them badly. And what happens? You just roll over and let them sweep you. You don't deserve to be in the tournament. Some hosting implications could be impacted today. I think Ole Miss has locked up their hosting spot this week with an impressive showing in Hoover, but a team to watch, I think Southern Miss, the winner of this Coastal Carolina Southern Miss game, can impact 2 hosting spots. I think Coastal is safe hosting. Southern Miss, on the other hand, I think we could see Southern Miss possibly fall from a top 16 national seed to a 2 seed in TCU, who had a very impressive showing in the Big 12 championship. They did lose last night to Arizona. I think TCU's resume is very impressive. I think they deserve an opportunity to start and host a national tournament this week. Southern Miss, if they do win against Coastal Carolina, I would keep it the same. I would keep Southern Miss hosting. Tennessee, there might be some things going on as well today with some wins and losses. At Tennessee, they had a very impressive showing as well. They did knock off the number 1 overall seed in the Texas Longhorns. Like I said, I think a lot of stuff has to go wrong for Tennessee. Probably not, but yesterday's showing, getting run-rolled by Vandy, did not help. One little thing I want to talk about, though, is could there be a possibility of the number 1 overall seed being changed? The Vanderbilt Commodores will be playing for an SEC championship today against Ole Miss, and Vanderbilt has been quietly sneaking up these national poll talks. I think if they beat Ole Miss, I think there could be a legitimate talk of should Vanderbilt be the number 1 overall seed. Texas has cooled down the second half. I don't think this Texas team has the pitching now to go win a regional, go win a super regional, or go win a World Series now. Losing Jared Spencer, you've asked Ruger Rios and Luke Harrison to step up. They both have stepped up, but I think the depth after them, besides like Dylan Volantis, Max Grubbs, it kind of flattens. And looking at that regional, I think if UTSA does go there, which we heard from Pat Hallmark after the game, someone asked him, where do you think, have you guys done any projections? And he said, based on the school's pass, it most likely will be close to home or out west. Since we probably won't get a far out west regional this year, the farthest west we're probably going to be going is Corvallis and Eugene. There won't be any regionals in Arizona, no regionals in California. It looks like it will be all a lot of Midwest, Texas, and then you just randomly get two regionals in Oregon, which is a good thing. But yeah, that's all I got. Thank you for tuning in for this quick little 15-minute live stream I just wanted to record for y'all. Just wanted to break down some of the games that have major implication on the bubble today. We got 3 stolen bids on today. ECU, I kind of barely grazed over that. ECU and Tulane, that's the game I'll be covering. Cliff Godwin, he has led this team back into the tournament discussion. If they take care of business against Tulane, that has been a remarkable story on both sides of the field today. But as I said, I'll be in Clearwater. I'm going to the ballpark in actually 15 minutes after I record this and post this. I'll be heading to the ballpark. You'll see me covering Tulane and ECU today for the AAC championship. We will have CBC everywhere. We have CBC everywhere every week, every day. Our owner, Noah, he'll be in the Big Ten championship in Omaha between UCLA and Nebraska. So he has the opportunity to possibly see a stolen bid as well. And then, yeah, we got some very exciting. Obviously, we have our great Doug Heil and Caleb Conley. I don't know if we still have. That is actually a great question. I think we have all three. I think we still have Jake. I think we still have Jake in the SEC tournament as well. So, of course, enjoy this last day of college baseball for the week. It's just going to get more exciting from here on out. So thank you for tuning in, guys. Of course, follow me at Riedell Andrew. I'll probably tag my Twitter in this. Follow me, follow College Baseball Central, follow all of us. Very lucky to be working with a great group of people here at CBC, and it's only going to get better. See you guys later.